Okay, guys, ready to roll. Thanks to Craig Herman. Hopefully we're rolling a little better. Okay, Bob HERCHIK and Warren KIAMCO. This event sponsored by WestStateBilliards.com. And here is the lag between Warren KIAMCO and Bob HERCHIK. Very close, and Bob's going to get the break. Race to 3. This is the second streamed match of the Freezer's Icehouse Challenge. $3,000 added. And we have, once again, I believe 50 players total is the player count. And you can check the brackets at leaguepoolstats.com. Once again, you know, just to remind you, Bob HERCHIK, in 2016, he was in the finals with Dennis Okoyo during the West Coast Challenge one pocket event at California Billiards in Fremont. So Warren's going to have his hands full. This is not going to be an easy match for Warren, I don't think. Also, Bob is a very it's been reported that he's a slower player than other players. So, you know, I'm just forewarning you guys. Make sure you got your popcorn popped and take notes, guys. You're going to see some good shooting here. I mean, very straightforward one pocket strategy. Bob HERCHIK's going to take most of the time. He's going to play the easiest shots possible, and he's gonna force Warren to go for his hole. This is actually a pretty good break from Bob. Warren plays a defensive shot, taking the cue ball up table. As you can see, he is slightly doubled up the 5 and the 2. I don't think Bob will take the 2 ball on. He's looking at it, but I don't think he'll take it on. He'll most likely play to move the 9 away from the hole. And he's playing a stop shot here. I think he's going to try to. He wants to 2-rail this 9 and come off the stack and move the 14-10, move that 10 ball toward his hole. See if he can accomplish this. Oh, the cue ball is pretty good. Well, Bob can play a couple different shots here. He might play to come off the stack, so he'd bank the 13 into the stack, and then hide the cue ball right behind that one. You want to snug the cue ball behind that one ball. That's the shot that I think I would play. I think the 15-14 will come off the stack nicely. He might even make the 14. It would roll off the 10 ball inside that stack. Oh man, a little harder and it would have been great for him. Well, okay. Will Warren take on this 14 ball? He looks like he's winding up to play it. I think he would run the cue ball into the 8. And didn't go, but that's just as good as in. So Bob's next shot, probably just roll this ball in. I don't think he needs to do too much with the cue ball. A lot of people try to take advantage of this situation and use it to hide the cue ball somewhere. But in this particular case, I think, you know, he would be okay just to leave the cue ball right in front of the hole. The problem with trying to find a hole for the cue ball or a place for the cue ball here, the problem with that is that you can many times, you know, if you're like, say, trying to put the cue ball into the stack, which he doesn't need to do, but it's you're leaving yourself room for error. That's not what he wants to do. So Bob plays the right shot. So Warren's on the board with 1, with Bob on -1, with a nickel on the table. I didn't catch where he did foul, but Okay, now Warren's first mistake. Yeah, for those who are looking, I'm going to quickly flash the bracket onto the live stream where you can find all of the players at leaguepoolstats.com, leaguepoolstats.com. Okay. Just look for the Freezers Icehouse Challenge at leaguepoolstats.com. Yeah, I'm not sure where you guys saw Bob take a foul. But with the nickel on the table, maybe that's from the last game. I'm not sure. Between Chris McDaniel and Dennis Orcolio. So if he puts the ball in his tray after this inning, then we'll know for sure. But according to what I see on the table now, it's 0 to Bob. Yeah, Bob's going into Bob. Warren, the nickel on the table. So I just told him to take the nickel off the table there. Okay, so Bob does have one. I didn't see him scratch. Looks like our VIP section is filling up. Sweaters around the room. Got to come on down to Freezers, guys. There are so many matches going on that are just, you know, too good to pass up. You can't just watch this live stream and not think that you shouldn't be here. Got ourselves a good match playing here, but as I look around the room, I see Max Eberle playing. I see Ian Costello playing. I see George Teachea playing Jeffrey DeLuna. I see Chip Compton playing. Don't know who he's playing over there. I see Dennis Orcolio playing. I see Brandon Schuff at the table. I mean, you guys are like really shortchanging yourself. If you're not local, I mean, if you're local and you're not here, do yourself a favor. Come on down. It's beautifully air conditioned in here. We're at Freezers Icehouse. Well, barring any mistakes from either player, I'm going to predict this game goes up table. Poor man wants me to pick the top three. Okay, I tell you what. I'm going to go with Tony Chohan, Dennis Orcollo, and what a shot from Bob. Played it off the 6. What a shot. Top 3, Tony, Dennis, and I am going to predict that Billy Thorpe, I think you're going to see a much better performance from Billy Thorpe than you did at the recent West Coast Challenge in Fremont. I think he's going to play 5 times better, and it's really tough to pick because you know, I tell you who I want to see good things from. I want to see Brandon Schuff do really well. I think he deserves it. Puts in a lot of time. I think he, you know, he out of all the players that travel to this event, I think that he has traveled probably further than most players, and you know, he came out of his way to you know, he changed his, I think he changed his schedule with the Moscone Cup crew because they have like a boot camp going on. Look at this. Warren's not going for the 13. He wants to play, he wants to cut the 5 in and maximize his run. You know, but I'm just telling you, we got such a field here. Wow. So surprised that Warren just didn't take the free money. So Bob's got a clear shot at the 6 and the 9. I think the 6 goes, but he may just play the 9 and bank the 13. We've got so many good players. I mean, you know, you've got Warren KIAMCO here. Bob HERCHIK, he's no slouch. You know, Chip Compton. Chip Compton, totally capable of cashing high, if not coming into the finals. Banked it wide. So I think Warren's going to take on this 5 ball now. He should have taken it up in the last inning, but you know, that's all history now. Doesn't want to take it on. He's going to, though. I mean, I can't see why he wouldn't take this shot. Unless he just doesn't trust himself to make it. Warren he's made a ball for Bob. Now Bob has 5. Warren has put strength to his hole, so Bob might be in trouble here. He's got to come with something good. 5-1. My buddy Mark Cantrell, he says, England 1-0 against Croatia. Word to your mother. Hey, what's going on? Get some rest? Oh, okay. Oh, you did one of those. Yeah. There's our buddy Tony Denton. He'll be joining us. You're free. You're welcome anytime, man. Anytime you want. Oh, okay. He's getting coffee already. Can you put these somewhere? Thank you. No, because the commentator will. Bob's taking on this shot. Yeah, I think Warren can draw heavy off this 5 and still come out for the 8 ball. Yup. Just got there, or did he? Ah, he might. The 10 might cover this. I'm not sure if it goes. If it doesn't go, the 10-8 would be a little too risky. You would want to. Maybe it does go. Yes, it does. Okay. I'm not sure that 2-railer from Bob HERCHIK was the right shot. I mean, obviously, Warren's profited from it. Kind of a high risk, high reward, but at the same time, consequences are also that's what make it even higher risk. Jeffrey, Wired Space with a super chat says, you deserve more. Tell you what, Jeffrey, we all deserve more, man. But I tell you what, we are, we're all lucky to be here. We're all lucky to be breathing and alive today. It's a good day to play pool. It's also a great day to watch it. Thanks to Wired Space for your super chat. Wired did some commentary with us last year. I'd love to have you. Can you book a flight? Love to have you on the mic again sometime, man. And really hope to see you again one of these days. Maybe you can come down for our 7th anniversary tournament in December. We usually have over at California Billiards. Bob's struggling a little bit with these banks. Struggling a little bit, but we all have our days, us amateurs. A little bit short. Uh-oh, I heard a cheer. I heard a cheer. Did Croatia score? Croatia just scored. England versus Croatia. It's now 1-1. Things are getting tense. And glorious. Depends on what side of the ball you're shooting from. Going up table again. So score is 5-3. So this game could go either way. It's not. You know, Warren's not through the woods. That's for sure. Uh-oh. Okay, so the 6 is a bank that Warren most likely is like 60-70% to make, but he may just pass on it because of that percentage. You know, you don't want to give up there's a few balls that Bob can shoot at if that 6 ball rolls funny or comes out of the pocket oddly, or so he's not ready to shoot yet. Not ready to go yet. Dennis, he might go for that. Warren, not so much. Bob scores. Bob scores. Bob scores. He's playing for 1. It's a good shot. Bob HERCHIK is so unassuming, you know? I think he's. I think Bob would have liked to have hidden behind that 10 ball a little, but Warren might take this on. This banks left and right. Kind of high risk. He might not be ready again. He's not. I wouldn't be either, actually. I'd be taking my time. But the thing about Bob is he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. That's why matches take so long against Bob, because he can move all day with almost no mistakes. So, I mean, Warren's got to grind this out. That's a good shot. A very good shot, actually. You know, I think there's a shot here for Bob. He can play the right side of the 15 and then come out 2 rails, bring the cue ball up toward the 11-4 area. It works. You can it can happen. It can be done. Bob's looking at the combo, which I think is extremely high risk. If he plays it this way, I think he'll play this pocket speed only and try to leave the cue ball low. This shot is very hard. No. Oh my goodness, he made it. Bob draws first blood, gets the first game. Great shot. I'd be nervous playing that shot. Bob HERCHIK, not so much. I got another microphone as well that I'm going to use. It's like a handheld mic. I've got it on a cable. So I'm going to be checking in with people as they pass by. And I might be able to get some player interviews after their matches, you know. Off-camera stuff, but still nice to have that opportunity nonetheless and that capability. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're going to have a fun time here at Freezers. And we hope to see you here, everyone. Even you guys out in Peoria, Illinois. Hollywood, Florida. Austin, Texas. Nome, Alaska. Hope to see you here, Freezers. If not here, hope to see you in the chat room. How you doing?
Good.
You doing good?
Good.
Anything you want to report?
What's the score?
Bob HERCHIK wins the first game in a race to 3.
After how long did that first game last?
Oh, they just broke again. 41 minutes.
Okay. No, nothing to report.
Oh, okay. Nothing to report. Geraldine says there's nothing to report. Are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
Seeing some friendly faces?
Sure.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Tony's chilling. You having your morning coffee?
I'm having water right now.
He's having his morning water.
Yeah, I'm having water right now.
Yeah. So you had a late night here.
Trying to wake up still.
I just left the stream running. I know that Adam Kroll was playing all night, but
Was it on all night?
yeah, I just left it running.
Oh.
I have no idea what was said over these microphones. There could have been some smack.
There could have been. They did. Yeah, Adam and Chris played. They must have been on this table for what, 8 hours or something like that.
Were they here? Did they close the joint?
Yeah,
they closed the joint.
They were here when I left, and I left at 2.
Wow. I mean, I had to go to sleep, man. It's been exhausting.
Smart.
Yeah, it's been exhausting. So I just let the stream run, and we were gonna come back here last night, but it just got it got a little too late.
Got late and tired, and yeah, I hear you.
So I just wanted to check in with you. This is Tony Denton. For those who don't know, Tony's a local to the Mesa area, and Mesa, Tempe, Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix area.
You don't go to Sun City though, no. You stay away from there.
No, I'm not old enough to go there yet.
Yeah,
close. I'm close, but not yet.
Yeah.
So
Tony, soon to live in Surprise. He's gonna retire in Surprise.
Is this the second match you streamed today?
This is the second match today, Tony, and we got a long way to go.
Looks like it's going pretty good.
It's going very well. 50 players and only 12 players to play it on. I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be a late night.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna
be a
late
long
night.
couple days.
I think that's when we're really gonna need the coffee.
Right.
Forget the morning coffee. What about that evening coffee? Bob's holding his own though. He's got the first game. So
it's 1-0 right now.
It's 1-0.
Wow. That first game was a long game.
It was 40 minutes. But anyway, I just wanted to check in with Tony. Tony will come and join us in commentary whenever he's got an open invitation to come here anytime.
I'll be over here.
He'll be over here.
A lot, I'm sure.
Yeah. So hey, turn on the super chat, folks. I tell you what, if we raise a couple bucks for our commentators, I'll slide it their way. Okay. If not, I get them a grand meal at the bar here. And maybe a couple of Long Island iced teas. I don't know.
How does that super chat work?
I'll get one of George Teache's special Bloody Marys.
Ooh, there you go.
What are they? What are those anyway?
I don't know.
Virgin Bloody.
I don't know what he's putting.
He was with you ordering them that other day.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. He was telling me that because I was drinking a Bloody Mary at that second day of that thing we were doing.
Yeah.
Swirl Cup and
yeah. Which was a great event, by the way. I just want to thank you for the coverage you guys did.
Thanks for tuning in. I love doing those things.
You guys stuck in there, man. It was like a 15, 16-hour day for you, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, that Sunday was a long Sunday.
Yeah, Tony's been doing commentary ever since. I don't know. Was your first time with me when we did this?
That was the very first time I ever did it.
Really?
Yeah.
And you know what? You're a natural.
You created a monster, dude.
We gotta spread our wings, man. I mean,
But yeah, I was drinking a Bloody Mary, and George was like, "Oh, I love Bloody Marys, but I don't put any alcohol in it." I'm like,
oh, really?
right. I mean, that's Can't really taste it anyways, I guess, right?
You should just say, order it. You know, put the alcohol on the side and give it to you. Slide it to you.
Right.
Cool.
All right.
I miss you, bro. Missed hanging when we hung out at the first Saguaro Cup. I mean, that was really chill, dude.
That was a great time.
Yeah. So I'm glad I'm
For
here.
sure. I'm always tuning in to pretty much everything you do.
Well, thank you, man.
Yeah. Can't get enough of it.
Well, good. Well, all right. I know you're still wiping those cobwebs, man. So.
All right. I'll check back in.
Tony Denton. He's checking in with us whenever he wants. Cool dude. You guys will like him.
Every time I get close to that booth, I get put in the headline.
Not today.
Stay away, Richard.
All right, so Bob, I'm assuming Bob owes a ball. Sorry about that. Christopher Thomason in the chat room asks, is Louis Ulrich still playing? You know, I don't think Louis playing anymore. It's been several years, but his brother Josh is playing, and he actually may be here. In fact, I'm going to text Ariel. Josh Ulrich is a very good player himself, so don't get that, just because they're brothers. Louis was an amazing talent in pool, and it's kind of, I think the last thing I saw him play was, I think he did make an appearance about 2 years ago at the Turning Stone, but I haven't seen him play anything local to California in about 4 years. He might, don't take my word for it, because he may still be down playing at Clyde Norris's room in La Mesa, California. Wow, we've got ourselves a pretty good match here. So Bob owes a ball. He needs to get balls on his side with protection. Looks like he's looking at the 10 ball. Okay. Warren can't really combinate these balls, but I do see that Bob may have left a two-railer on the 8. And possibly a way to hide the cue ball behind that 10. So, if nothing else, Warren might play the shot just to get the 8 ball up there and to protect what's on his side. So I'm not sure Bob played this shot perfect the way he wanted. Tough action here. Tough action. What do? You know, maybe you just spin off the 8. You hide behind the 10 anyway. Maybe that's what you should do. Well, that's not what I expected. That's not what I expected at all. Bob's got a combo here, but he shouldn't. I don't think he should play it. I think what he should play is this shot off the 9 ball. Turn the screws on Warren. Because if Bob can get Warren to fumble again, that's going to help. There's so much now open to Bob's pocket. And play off the 9. Needs the spin under. It's good. I think that's close to perfect. And a napkin. Warren's looking at the 9. I think, if anything, the only mistake Bob made was leaving Warren to look at this 9 ball. Can you guys hear me okay, by the way? Chat room, anyone? Thank you. You should see the other guy. What happened to the Grady rule? We're not playing the Grady rule at this event. That was just for. Yeah, Bernardo Chavez should be here. No kidding. The Grady rule or the Martin rule is what we do at Hard Times quite a lot. I don't know if they do that here at Freezers. But there's no Grady rule here. This is straight up one pocket. This is the way the game should be played. Hey. What's that? Oh, it's a 1-0 Bob. Bob owes a ball right now. Wow, the young Nathan Diedrich has just jumped into our chat room. That's awesome. You must be about 17, 18 now. Hope you had your... Must be about 18 now. Warren's gonna like this. Oh, is he? He does. He likes it. He got lucky. I don't know though. Bob, maybe Bob can actually play this off the 10. The 2-10 billiard shot. If that goes, this could be a big paycheck for Bob right here. Well, not quite a paycheck. Let's just say a decent lunchtime buffet. We're in overtime now for the England-Croatia match. It's still 1-1. Well, I guess the 2 went straight in. Yeah. Shout out to Marcelino Montoya, who's looking for the brackets. You guys want to help him out? Tell him where they are. Bob HERCHIK. He scores 1 and he owes 1. So he's got he scored 2, so he owes 1. He's got 1 now. But that's 1 more than Warren has. Good shot. So Nathan Diedrich, you're 19 now. Wow. Well, good roll for Bob. He's talking to himself. Good roll for Bob, but this ain't turning out well for Bob. He may have a ball, but Warren's got the upper hand in this game so far. So I got a question, Marcelino Montoya, if you're still listening. Tell me how that match went with Julio. Oh, maybe you didn't see it. I don't think you were there. Maybe you weren't there. Julio and Bryce Avila, how did they do? I know I saw Jason and Julio. They didn't play, Jason didn't come out too well, but I left the pool hall and I wasn't able to catch the end of Julio and Bryce. Will Totten in the chat room asks, surprised that SVB didn't show up for this event, that he was in Fremont, but he's not at this event. Well, unfortunately, SVB had to go to the Billiard Expo in Louisiana. He has a sponsor commitment with QTech, and so he had to make an appearance with QTech at the trade show, which is taking place in Louisiana. Hello. Goodbye. Wow. If that wasn't a good shot, I don't know what is, but he just didn't execute. The cue ball just tracked to the corner and he scratched. He played a hell of a good shot. So even score now, and it's off to the races time for Warren KIAMCO. He's got a lot of traffic to his hole, so there's no guarantee he's going to end up making a ball here, actually. There's a grouping. Those two balls to the side rail, those come off the 15, I think, pretty dead. The 14-9. sipping on coffee, guys. Just addressing a couple of emails and stuff. Yeah, Crafters 101. You're right. Bob is only a couple of moves away from turning this rack around. I mean, to the point where, like right now, Warren really can't do anything with those balls toward the side rail there. So, you know, Bob just use that. Will just use it to his advantage. I mean, now let's see. Is Bob thinking about cutting the 15? Back cut. He is, but I just don't. If he comes into contact with that 3 with the cue ball, that's not going to be good. Now he's looking at the 3-5 combo, which is not a bad shot, but I like the 3-7 to tell you the truth, because you avoid hitting the 8. Only thing is you just don't want to leave Warren a return bank on that 7. So he's going to back cut this ball. He'll probably draw it, keep a cue ball up table, or try his best to do so. Oh, okay. Played a good shot. Wow. He played that shot, folks. Dead off the 7. There's a reason why he is a feared player amongst players. And Warren knows who he is, too. You know. Great shot, executed well. He's striking the ball good, too. Oh, no. And then that happens. I have to say, though, I mean, even from the first game, Warren has passed on a couple of shots that I fully expect him to shoot at. Instead, you know, he decided to play like safer shots and failed. Here we go. Warren's had enough. He just wants to shoot now. He wants to get balls to his hole. He wants to play. He can play this, roll the cue ball 2 rails out into the stack, into the catcher's mitt. Do you guys like that shot? Shouldn't be too hard. He's right-handed. What do you guys think? I mean, he's going to knock his ball away. Oh. Okay. Well. I'm sorry, folks. I didn't see that. Maybe the guys over at onepocket.org with the what would you do scenarios. Let's start a whole thread on this. Which reminds me, I've got to get your onepocket.org logo in the rotation, if I didn't do so already. Warren's on the board with that beautiful shot he played into the stack on that dead ball that I did not see. Whammo. Good shooting, Warren. Great shooting. That was a sleeper of a game, I tell you, because it was definitely leaning in Bob's favor there toward the end. And Bob missed that 7 ball. That was a crucial shot. Easy shot. Missed the 7 ball. All right, here we go. Third game, Bob's break. Game score 1-1. And we're an hour and 15 minutes into this match. Oh. Well, not bad. Bob's on the board already. I'm gonna stop saying not bad and good shot when, I mean, Bob HERCHIK is he's finding those shots, he's getting them, he's executing. I mean, most of the time. Yeah, this is the guy that Dennis Orcollo had to double dip. He had to double dip Bob HERCHIK in the finals in 2016 of this event. Of the West Coast Challenge one pocket event. It was a 5,000 added tournament. Bob had a nice little payout. And Bob's on 5. Playing for 3 balls. He's looking at this stack. Well, geez, someone's happy. So, a smattering of applause in the room. That Arizona spirit that these guys got. If you guys haven't been around Arizona and checked out the pool scene here in Phoenix, Mesa, Tempe, Arizona, you're missing out because there's a lot of it here. Actually, I think, I have to get some technical details from Mike Howardson or someone, but I do think Arizona's got one of the fastest growing pool scenes in the country. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've seen, it's been growing. It's been growing rapidly, and part of it, I think, is that spirit. That they guys. There's so much enthusiasm for the game out here, and they started a ranking system out here, and then you've got azbilliards.com, which is one of your leading news sources for all pool and billiards in America and in the world. And we've got the Saguaro Cup. The Saguaro Cup is a team-based effort. Where we have like the East and the West of Phoenix, or they match up annually, and because of those matchups, we've also seen other states get involved with starting teams like Portland, Oregon, Nevada. They had a team competition recently, and so you got to hand it to the Arizona pool scene for actually contributing to the sport. And I don't I mean the whole state collectively, but a lot of that's because of guys like Scott Frost, who have always been synonymous with the AZ pool scene and the AZ Billiards website, and rooms like Colby's and Bullshooters and Main Street Billiards, and even this one is Freezer's Icehouse in Tempe. Yeah, you guys see that magic rack hanging off the light? Pretty cool. Johnny Appleseed asks, where has Stevie Moore been? I haven't seen Stevie Moore for quite some time. Not really sure. Okay, we're going to get a surprise check-in with Steve Lingelbach.
Hey, what's up, internet fans?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Who was your first match?
It was that BYE guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good
it was a close match though.
Yeah.
It was pretty close. Yeah.
So you're on point. Were you good? It was close.
Yeah. I'm doing all right.
That's good, man.
How you doing over here?
We're doing good. Bob's putting the heat on Warren.
I see that.
It's a tough match for Warren.
What's the match score? 1-1.
No, it's 2-1 Bob.
2-1.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Yeah. I've lost count. Hold on.
I thought it was just 1-1.
Yeah.
So you were adding an extra game just for
No.
fun?
Hold on. Are there beads here that they're just for my reference?
No.
I'm gonna ask Bob because I actually think it's 2-1. I saw him close out a game a minute ago, and he got the first game, so it's 2 games to 1.
Okay. All right.
Maybe my chat room. I mean, you have to forgive me. These games go by when it's Bob HERCHIK playing.
I know.
They go slowly, you know.
I went for a walk.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna ask him real quick. Okay, I'm corrected.
It is 2-1.
Yeah, no, my score was right. It's 1 game apiece. It's 1 game apiece.
It's 1 game apiece.
Yeah,
that's what I thought it was.
It's 1 game each. I need more coffee.
Are they going to enforce the 1+1 here? That's going to be a tough call if they do that.
1+1. What do you mean?
If your score is 1-1,
yeah,
or 1-0,
yeah,
after 90 minutes, an hour and a half, you get a game added to each player. And this match is
I see.
Right on that borderline.
It's actually, I'm at 130 right now. Just now that you said that, it's just rolled over to 130.
Trey came over and looked a few minutes ago, and that's what he was looking at. So
okay, so I did not catch that. So that's what they've decided to dictate. So after an hour and a half, if
correct.
It's 1-1,
yep,
or less,
they both get added a game. So technically, this game right here could be for the match.
Okay, yeah,
because they've got 15 minutes. It's not going to finish in 15 minutes. It looks like.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Bob's got a nice healthy ball count right now. It's 5-0.
Is it really?
Yeah. Well, 5-1 now. Warren made a ball.
Yeah, that's going to be a rule that's going to come into play for some of the slower players. I don't think it'll come into play with Tony, though.
No, I doubt it.
They should punish him anyway. They should punish him for playing too fast.
Yeah. They should just put him on -1 game already.
Right.
He doesn't owe a ball. He owes a game. Tony. I mean, we all know he's a favorite to win this whole event, but I mean, you know, stranger things have happened. You got a lot of talent here, man. I mean,
yeah, it's quite a field.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got Chip Compton's here, and you've got Warren. You're playing pretty good too. You beat Bye.
Yeah, I did. It was close.
Yeah. And
it's going to be a good tournament.
Yeah. I'm digging the venue. It's, you know, I've been here 3 times already. This is my 4th time coming to Freezers, but you know, I really feel like they went way out of their way to dress this place up, make it look good for this event.
It's amazing. I was here the day they brought in the tables. There were 2 semis here, and so we were here a few weeks before it opened.
Oh, cool. And, I was just talking about the Arizona pool scene and how much it's grown in the past 5 years, and the Saguaro Cup and the team stuff. And I had also mentioned that, you know, AZ maybe was partly due to the inspiration for you guys. I'm talking to Steve Lingelbach. He's from Portland, and they just recently they did a team event in Las Vegas playing Nevada, or they played Las Vegas.
Oregon against Nevada.
Yeah, Oregon against Nevada. I was just talking about that, and then you showed up. So
yeah, it was quite an event.
Yeah, how was that experience?
It was interesting. You know, from the first one, the team changed a little bit.
Okay.
There's a Fargo cap of 3,900 currently.
And this is your second one that you've done?
First one.
I'm sorry.
There were 4 players who changed over, and
I see.
But a lot of interest from local players.
Yes.
You know, people who obviously weren't in it but were just cheering. So it appears that if a lot of teams from different states, if it takes off and we get a team from every state, the format is really cool. It's obviously Moscone. It's exciting, and
I do like that.
It was fun to play. Big swings. That we had a 10-4 lead, and then they ran off four matches on us. But good sportsmanship. Overall, it was a great event.
What was the outcome? I didn't catch the end of the event.
11-8 was the final score.
To Nevada, to Las Vegas, or to Portland?
Portland.
Oh, okay, to Oregon.
Oregon,
sorry,
yeah.
I was confused because it was on the scoreboard. It said Oregon versus Las Vegas, which is odd because to me that's like a state versus a city.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a state.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be a state to state. So,
but there you have it. Is there an infrastructure around this as well? Can we encourage other states to?
There are a lot of teams that have contacted different people. Right now, it is being kind of run willy-nilly, as they say.
A little bit of controlled chaos.
Yeah. So somebody, whether it's Mark or Ozzy or the Team Oregon, Team Washington, somebody's going to have some type of organized format.
Officiated somehow.
So that the new team's coming in. So it's kind of like a beta test right now.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. But
I think it's great. And I think
we've had some people say, well, California's real big, so they should have 3 teams, right? So we've heard all kinds of.
That's fine.
All kinds of stuff.
I'll go on the donkey team.
Yeah.
That's fine. Well, cool, Steve. Well, I hope you have a good event. I'm going to swing back to this match. Just want to check with you. You're welcome also to come and.
Yeah, if you get bored, I'll come help commentate.
Absolutely,
if you want,
sure. Do you know who your first match is going to be here?
It's going to be Max Eberly or whoever the person he's playing. So I'm waiting for them to finish a first-round match.
Okay.
They're still playing.
Good.
So.
Right.
I think I'll sweat this match with you here.
Awesome.
Here we go.
Cool. You want to hold this? Oh, you're going to sweat it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweat.
All right. Steve Lingelbach, everybody. You want to say hi to anybody?
To my lovely wife, Carissa. She has surgery tomorrow,
Okay.
and I love you dearly, and I'll be there in spirit. Love you, honey.
There you go.
Yeah.
And best wishes to you, Carissa. Speedy recovery to you. That was Steve Lingelbach, Portland, Oregon. Great guy. Very, very capable pool player as well. And he's capable of actually doing really well in this event. Geraldine just leaned over to me. She says, I really like Bob's game. I have to say, I think he executes well, and he doesn't shoot over his head, That's important in this game. So you know about the 1-to-1 rule now, which means that if Bob wins this game, it could be over, actually. There's a 1-to-1 rule. They've dictated a 1-to-1 rule. So what that means is if after an hour and a half Right, right. Oh, an hour and 45 minutes maybe. So they're 7 minutes away from that. 6 minutes away now. I'm just looking. I'm not counting down. I'm just looking. Bob's grinding it out. Warren's in a lot of trouble. If he can't close this game before, I mean, basically, if it's 1-1 now and Trace calls this rule, this could be the last game. So technically, the winner of this game could win the match. So I hope you guys, as an audience, you understand what we're talking about with the 1-to-1 rule. And Steve Lingelbach said it was an hour and a half, but it's actually an hour and 45. And there's 6. Bob playing for 2. Looks like England scored, beat Croatia. Or is it, yep. Well, here's the good news, folks. If this game is over in 5 minutes, Warren still has a chance to win the match. If this game is not over in 5 minutes, if this game's not over in 5 minutes, Trace may come in and put the hammer down on this match. I'm going to step away briefly, and Geraldine's going to keep score.
No, I've been here several times. Passing through, like on my way from the gig in Texas, and then on our way to Tucson. I like it.
All right, back on the mic here, and Warren has turned things around. I suppose if Bob wanted to, he could knock the 12, bring the cue ball up table toward the corner pocket. But he would be bringing a lot of traffic toward his side. He doesn't want to create a lot of traffic. Definitely wants an open area there, open balls. You know, you don't. If you leave them all bunched up like that, it makes it hard to make anything. So Bob decides to play the 13 to his side. Hey! Pretty good. Icehouse challenge. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool. Scott's got some. Where do we cash those? Okay. Scott's got some big checks prepped for Raw. Pat Hickok, how are you, man? Have a drink on me, says, paying my daily dues with his $10 super chat. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. You are an angel, man. At least to me. I know. I don't know you that well, so, you know. People... There's a guy at the Elks Lodge I hang out with, and you know, he joked around with me the other day. Bill Hellman, he joked around with me. Somebody said, Daniel, you're such a nice guy. And Bill Hellman said, there's another guy that doesn't know Daniel very well. Want to say hi to all my friends at the Elks Lodge: Gil Nasham, Bill Hellman, Ryan Nakarato, Chris Cash. Billy and George Aranek. All my friends at Hard Times: Tony Torres, Calvin, Hawaiian Jimmy. Twig, Gus, so many people at Hard Times. Joey Chin, Foch Garcia, Johnny Kang, Vladimir, Vishal. Scooter Dave. Pat Hickok says, if everybody just paid $1 in super chat, it would pay for Geraldine's bar bill. That's not true, actually. We don't really drink much. We've been known to have a couple of brewskis, but it's not as bad as you think. I think Warren KIAMCO's record on these one pocket matches have been fairly similar. I think he played Amar Kang at the West Coast Challenge, and it was Hill, but like Amar was up 2-0. So I don't know. I think Warren tends to have a slow start, you know, with the good players. But he does a great job and places generally high. He came in 5th place in the Derby City one pocket this year. He came in 5th place in this year's West Coast Challenge one pocket. Came in 5th place in the 2018 U.S. Open one pocket. So he's, you know, he's no slouch to this game. We don't see him generally transcend it to the finals matches. Last year, he played a one pocket player championship at the Super Billiards Expo, came in 5th place as well. Didn't do too well in the Derby City last year. Came in like top 20. But you know, Warren's capable. He's capable of placing very high. Last year at the West Coast Challenge, he came in 7th place in the one pocket. So. Warren likes his one pocket. Bob is doing the best he can here. He's just trying to prevent KIAMCO from shooting at his hole or even moving balls to his side. Seems to be doing well so far. He's doubled up there's a little 6-9 combo that Bob's trying to keep Warren away from. Keeps protecting that double cluster there, because if Warren gets a chance to attack at it from the right angle, he could send the 6 toward his hole and also kind of take the 9 away from Bob's pocket. So in a way, those two balls are not only helping Bob, but they're also creating a problem, because he needs to bring those balls down and really put the heat on Warren. Warren's really trying to figure out how to change this situation without, being too offensive. Remember, Warren only needs 2. So the safest thing that Warren can do is just to keep bunting until Bob fails to execute something. Hey. Thank you to Bill Swick and Will Totten for your $5 super chat. Thank you. Joe Swick says, thank you for covering this. You are a nice guy, LOL. Will Totten, thank you. He says, it isn't much, but I'm a poor man. Oh, man. You know what? It means a lot to us, and we really appreciate it. Your money will be well spent. It's definitely a match worth sweating. Speaking of which, I think Geraldine's writing the next match. Oh, here we go. Brandon Schuff and Josh Roberts. That's going to be a firecracker. Brandon Schuff's one of my picks for the top 4 this event. I don't know why. I just have a feeling. Well, what do you think? Maybe just because he plays well? That's why. Brandon plays all games really, but he came in 4th place in the U.S. Open One Pocket Championship in this year. 4th place in the U.S. Open Bank Pool. 7th in the West Coast Challenge this year, just up at Fremont, California. Josh Roberts plays high in One Pocket tournaments usually. He won the Space City Open One Pocket last year. Came in 5th place in the Derby City One Pocket tournament. So Brandon's going to have his hands full, but they're both excellent players. All right, Bob, you got a chance to your hole here. Chance to swing the cue ball around. Whether or not he wants to play up high for the 1 ball, or if he wants to just play mid-range for the 13-6. Don't think he's going to try to break out away the 13. I think he just, in a way, maybe it's just better just to make this ball. But when you're down 6-1, might be good to see if he can string a couple together. He's gonna pull his cue ball back here. Gotta be careful using the rest. You know what? That was good. That was a good shot. Speed here is so important on this combination. If you're gonna miss this shot, you want to just leave this buried in the pocket. You want to. Oh, well, hold on. 5 ball. Long match so far. 2 hours and 30 minutes. Bob's taking this on. Swing and a miss, but where's the cue ball going? Bob walks away with another ball on the board. It's 6-2. He's looking. And we got a crowd building at this event. Seems like we're getting a little higher volume of a crowd. Warren, once again, I think he should do what he's been doing, which is just to wait it out. So, just see if he can place this cue ball somewhere. Create some distance somewhere very difficult for Bob to prevent him from shooting towards his hole. Possibly along that side rail there. That might work. Over by that second diamond there. Along the side rail. He's going to come toward the middle of the table, which is also good. He doubles everything up. LS John is back. We've got a lot of people in the chat room. Doug Preston, Dougie Fresh, Hank H. John Appleseed. Nice to have you guys all with us. Commander Crocdon. James Slattery. Hi to Dave Gross. By the way, Dave, we did get your we got your email. Thanks for the help with the spelling of our email that we sent out to everybody. Yeah, we did. We misspelled the word streaming. Just a typo. James Slattery says he's enjoying our stream from New York. They play One Pocket in New York. If you guys are just joining us, we're at Freezer's Icehouse in Tempe, Arizona. This is definitely, this room is a must for anybody traveling through Arizona to choose from. There are lots of rooms here to play at, but if you definitely you want to support Scott Frost in his room, it's this is a destination point, one of the premier venues to visit here in the Phoenix area. I don't know what Bob's really doing. I mean, he should just hit this 6 ball away. I think what he's afraid is that he'll leave Warren with a bank on the 1 ball. No hit. No hit. That's a foul. Bob is spotting the 3. Russ Zorn, he ordered his West Coast Swing t-shirts in the mail, and they're already there. Awesome, Russ. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the West Coast Swing. If you're interested in a West Coast Swing shirt and you want to purchase it online, you can go straight to bigtimethreads.com/limited edition merchandise. The link is in the chat room. I'm also going to place the link in the description of the video so that if you refresh this window, it'll show up. And Bob strikes again. Wow. Wow. He's got this bank on the 3 now. Here comes Bob. Came to play. Nice shot. Question in the chat room. Jason Weir asks, what room is bigger with more tables, Freezers or California Billiards? California Billiards is a huge venue, which is dedicated mostly to tables and games. I think it's about 18,000 square feet with 28 9-foot tables, 8 bar-sized tables, about 8 dart boards when there's not a pool-related event there, as big as the West Coast Swing. I think they have 4 foosball tables, and they also have a foosball. I mean, it's just like, there's a lot going on at California Billiards. There's a lot going on here at Freezers as well. They have 8 electronic dartboards and also another 4 analog dartboards. They've got a huge VIP room / restaurant space where also, they also have nightclub stuff going on the weekends, and room with a full DJ and all that. And they've got 12 diamond 9-footers. They've got 1 diamond 10-footer, and they've got, I think, 8 to 12 diamond bar tables, at least, something like that. They've got a smoking patio outside. They've got a full kitchen, and they've just, Freezers is just a lovely place to hang out. They've got flat screens everywhere. They must have at least 75 flat screens in this joint. You want to jump off for a while? And I'm going to be joined by Tony Denton. He's going to let me take a little break, I think. I might have to grab someone to join him too. Yo.
All right.
Tony does it again. What's up, buddy?
Just watching this match.
Dude, this match is just, how many swings have you seen in this match?
I know.
It's quite the awesome. It's Bob's game is pretty solid.
For sure. It was the ball count here was 6-1 at one point, and now it's what, 5-4? 6-4?
Yeah, it was 6-1, now it's 6-4. And could you just imagine if he made that ball?
Right.
Could have been over. Tony, do you play one pocket too?
A little bit.
Oh.
I've been playing for the past 5 or 6 years.
Have you?
I always despised the game before that, and then I bit the bullet and started playing, and I'm really glad I did, because it opens you up to all kinds of different shots and cue ball movements, kicks that you're never even going to attempt in a game of rotation until you play a game like one pocket, and it opens up those angles for you, and those just different safety shots really help my game overall for all games,
It'll do that, definitely. And you're right, you know. I mean, when I started playing in one pocket, I thought I was a good kicker.
Right.
I found out I wasn't. I found out I had a lot of work to do.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fine, you know. The learning part of it, it's that is helpful too. You can actually, it builds your confidence as a player when you walk away from, you know, weeks of practice on something and you realize, oh, you've learned, you know, you've actually learned something. To expand your vocabulary in pool, you know, your shot arsenal.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Sure is.
Getting better.
Accumulating that arsenal. Anyway, it looks like Bob wants to play this two-railer. I'm not a big fan of this shot.
The better shot here, I think, is just trying to stick the cue ball behind the 6 ball, right? I mean,
well, I think he's going to try to do that, but it's very hard to do it. You know, maybe he can spin kick it, or he's just going to knock them both away, or come under it.
Yeah, come under it maybe. That might be the shot that he's looking at here. Good shot.
Yeah. Warren might be able to sneak up on him with this 6 ball if he so chooses. No, it's going up table.
It's a smart shot.
Another 15 minutes. We'll be 3 hours into this match.
Really?
Yeah. It's like the first episode of The Godfather. Isn't it?
All right. Three hours. Wow. And then some of these other matches have been over in an hour.
Yeah,
Which is super fast.
You know,
for a race at 3, obviously.
I warned our viewers, you know, viewer discretion, right? I told these guys, you know, Bob's a deliberate player, likes to take his time, and he also plays a very good game of, you know, classic one pocket, which takes many games up table, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I said it's going to be a long match. And, you know, especially Warren, too. Warren takes his time, too. He don't shoot right away.
So 50 players, right, for the one pocket event?
Yes, sir. 50 players. Good turnout. Great
awesome.
Turnout, actually. I was really happy.
How many did you guys have last week in Cali?
52, I think.
52. All right.
Yep.
Most of the same pros that you saw last week are here this week, I'm assuming? Close to, at least?
Yeah, a couple people that didn't make it, like Josh Roberts, Chip Compton. Those guys are here.
Sure.
Steve Lingelbach, Bob HERCHIK, you know, playing right now. That was 4 players that weren't there for the West Coast Challenge. And I'm trying to think of who else. On the pro side, I think that's pretty much it.
All right.
And then you got some of your local dudes, Bernie Pettypiece and George Teachea.
Bobby Emmons.
Bobby Emmons is playing in it. Yeah. It's nice to see Bobby again, and I'm glad he didn't kill himself on that motorcycle, man.
Yeah.
Which I hear has affected his 9-ball game, right? If I'm not mistaken, because he broke a collarbone. He's not breaking as strong as he used to break.
Yeah, he's still pretty sore, so definitely affected his game.
Okay. Talked to Dennis. Dennis is already 2 matches in. He's finished his 2 matches, and Tony Choen played his 2 matches already.
So they're done for the day, or are they not?
Is that the format? Are they?
I don't know.
Are they going to play 2 matches?
I don't know.
Are Tony and Dennis done for the day? Is it 2 matches or three for the first day? Geraldine's going to find out.
I was over there when they were
while I
talking
interrupt
about
her Philly cheesesteak. Kitchen's open, folks. Get your butts down here.
I had a nice breakfast burrito earlier. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Good. Uh-oh.
Question in the chat room, Edward Duncan asking, how much is this match affecting the rest of the bracket and the players waiting for their next match? Well, it's probably affecting them a little bit, but
Yeah.
Trace and Junior are pretty quick to make their adjustments when they're needed. So I think we're gonna get through this tournament, not as late as we probably are afraid of.
Right.
It's only 12 tables here this tournament's being played on out of 55 players, so it's kind of like 3 rounds for the first round if you think about it, or 2 rounds really. Okay, so Dennis and Tony still have 1 match today. Our next match actually should be a good one. It'll be Brandon Schuff and Josh Roberts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And I would imagine they'll put the winner of this one back up right away on a table.
Yeah,
just to keep that bracket moving along.
That's one of the things that Trace and Junior is so good at doing. Just making sure it moves along quickly. But anyway, I know how this will play out in the social forums. Whenever matches like this happen on a stream, the whole question of shot clock is regurgitated all over again. The whole subject.
Always.
I don't think we should have a shot clock, but they do have a 1-to-1 rule here. Fortunately for these players, the 1-to-1 rule was not enforced because they came within a 5-minute window. But if you're at 1-1 or less after an hour and 45 minutes, they will add 1 game to each person's score.
And then that last rack is.
It could be over. Yeah,
it would be over.
It would be over in a race.
It would be hill at that point, right?
Basically. So. But if you're at 1-0 or less, then it kind of changes the dynamics a little. There's still a chance that someone could get in, stay in the match.
Right.
Chris Swart in the chat room says, first off, if this was ESPN, I can guarantee that HERCHIK would not be playing. Because the matches between pros are quick.
Depends on the pros, though, because some of these pros do, even some of the newer pros, younger pros, I should say, still play old school one hole. Not many do.
Dude, Dennis. Yeah. Dennis takes a long time to shoot.
Yeah, he does. Most of the pros these days are playing that power one pocket style, but not all of them.
If ESPN did one pocket matches, something really weird would be happening in the world.
Right. Yeah, not a lot of action in one pocket.
You know, I mean,
I like to watch it personally.
we could create a short format for one pocket that, you know,
Sure.
could possibly be considered for television, like one ball, one pocket. That'd be interesting. One ball, one pocket. You ever play that game?
Mm-hmm. That would be fun. We've been doing playing this ghost one pocket game out here recently.
One pocket ghost?
It's not really. I mean, that's what they call it. You're not really playing one pocket. You break.
You break.
Aiming for a pocket, whichever they determine, left or right.
Yeah.
And break however you want. Smash them. You get ball in hand after the break. And now you got to make all your balls in one pocket.
One pocket goes.
Your first miss, it's over. Seems easy. It's actually fairly difficult.
John Appleseed, dude, thanks for the $19.99 super chat, brother. POVPOOL, thank you so much, Daniel. We have to play sometime. John Appleseed, where are you? Let's play. And while I'm at it, I might as well offer my friend a beer. You want a drink?
I'm all right.
Now that I have the money to do it.
I'm all right. John Appleseed.
Tony's got a few on me this weekend. Thanks to guys like John Appleseed.
Yes, thank you.
Quote Music actually makes a good point in the chat room, says that a lot of things are moving away from TV anyway. Streaming is kind of where it's at, you know?
Yeah, because TV wants certain numbers, certain sponsors, certain dollar amounts by said sponsors and whatnot, you know what I mean? And that's...
Sure. But
which
now,
all makes sense, but
with technology the way it is nowadays, we can attract our own audiences, you know? That's why I have a premium channel, you know?
right.
It's like people can pay $6.99 and watch whatever I put up there, and then when they're ready to discontinue, they can. You know, it's like the Netflix of my best pool stuff, you know?
Month by month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
You know? Who needs sponsors for that? Who needs ESPN for that?
Six 4 still.
Yep, 6'4". Got any good jokes? Scott Frost, he's playing in this event.
Oh, yeah,
And
there's another one, yeah.
He's been running around, too. You know, he's got so much responsibility here.
Picking up dirty dishes and in between his shots.
Oh, I know, man.
I'm glad he decided to play, though.
Bussing tables, you know.
Right.
I'm glad he decided to play, too. I'm guessing we haven't streamed him yet because he probably said, like, no, don't stream me. I haven't played in, you know, he's probably, he's not playing, is he? Much.
No, not at all, really.
You've seen him more than we have, you know, so you would know.
Yeah, I'm in here quite often, and you know, when he's here, he's working almost always.
What's Warren going to do here? He's just bunting.
Yep.
Look at how much that was precise. Very precise.
Oh, yeah. So this is the second year that you've done this West Coast swing? Or is it the third year?
Technically, no. Technically, I would say this is the third official West Coast swing, but we kind of been doing a swing of events for about 5 years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, kind of like 6 years, because it always started with the first annual Cole Dixon, and then we would go down to Fremont and do another big tournament.
Okay.
And I think 3 years ago we officially called it. I have to look at my records, but it's officially the swing, the West Coast swing.
Cool. I like it.
2015, 2016.
And how many different events do you guys have normally? Like you had?
It varies, actually.
Okay.
It depends, because it's so much work to coordinate the venues and the dates and get all the people, and then annually it's kind of like who wants to put up the most money too,
Oh, sure. Of course.
And we really kind of, our mission is to have the highest quality events with the top, like the best payouts at the most premium venues, So, but there's talk of us doing 2 swings a year. There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of people.
That'd be cool.
Saying a lot of great things. So,
well, it's awesome. I can't speak for the East Coast, but out here on the West Coast, you don't really see a lot of pro events. You get pros that play in certain events, especially with Vegas being so. Vegas. There's always some pros just hanging out in Vegas for whatever reason.
well,
But events like this, I've never really seen one on the West Coast like this. We had one years and years ago here.
I've
a
been,
bunch of pros played.
yeah, I've been told that this is the biggest tournament that Arizona's pretty much ever seen.
Basically, yeah.
I can't think of any other big. If anybody in the chat room has any knowledge of the history, Arizona, I'd love to see. Is Mike Howerton planning on coming by?
I don't know. I have not been in touch with Mike.
I'll have to give him a call. He might know.
Yeah.
My first tournament that I came to here was the Desert Dust-Off. I think it was like a 5,000 added 10-ball tournament played on bar boxes at Alexandria's.
Oh,
Alexander's.
Yeah.
You remember that place?
Yeah, I do. Definitely. Nothing but bar tables in that place.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah. Valley bar tables, probably.
And that's where I met Shane.
Really?
Yeah. He was just a 21-year-old kid, I
remember when Shane came through, and
he looked shy and skinny, but he had this stroke on him, boy. I tell you.
He got a lot of Arizona's money back in the day.
Oh, did he?
Sure.
Man, this game could go either way. I mean, I know it's more Warren's game right now, but Bob is so patient.
Hey guys, I just had a question on my phone. Actually, if you're watching the stream, if you clicked on the link from Facebook, you won't have the capability to comment. I believe you'd have to actually go to YouTube and just search for POVPOOL.
And then
it'll come right up.
And then the live link will most likely come right up. Right. Or you can go to AZ Billiards. There's a link already there on the forum page.
Well, that was the thing. So I've clicked on it before through Facebook. There's that link, and it comes up fine. but it doesn't give you an option to comment on it. Like that little comment button's not there for some reason. So I don't know.
Comment, or you mean chat or comment?
Yeah, like the chat button.
Mm-hmm.
One of my friends is watching, and they were asking that question. So I think that's the answer.
It's another thing I like about this, the streaming side of it, is the interactivity, you know? Being able to communicate with our audience immediately. It's like instant gratification, you know?
It is really, I love it.
Oh, Tony. What do you think, man? Z-Bank? I doubt he's going to try to cut this in.
I think he's looking at that Z. I mean, it's almost a free shot at it. You know?
Yeah. Is he cutting? Or is he...
Looks like he's cutting it. I can't tell from here.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm going for it. Not a bad shot.
What I like about that shot more than anything is the he played at pocket speed. She wants to? She asked? Oh, okay. So you... All right, One Pocket fans, we're gonna have like a rare treat for you guys. I'm gonna be joined in commentary with Carla Johnson, and she's after this during the next match, and she's a One Pocket player that plays out of Hard Times Billiards in Bellflower, California. So this will be a first for her. And a first for us. And unfortunately, Bob has left more on this 5-ball. So Warren's going to come with this shot. That's going to be good. That was all pocket, no rails. And Warren's one away. Are you getting texted? Are you getting like hit up?
Yeah.
Hey man, I hear you. Right?
Yeah, somebody said they responded. Eric Lervold said he put a response about Mike Howerton in the comments there, so you might want to. You might have some insight.
Oh, somebody responded about Mike?
Yeah.
Someone looking for the bracket for this tournament too, by the way. Yes, it's in the description. I can't find the comment about Mike Howerton. So if you want to send it again, just hit up Howerton for you.
Oh, cool.
He'll be down, he said. Yeah, he's coming down. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Eric. Whoa. Ball looked like it was going to roll right into the pocket and stopped just in time.
Well, Bob dodged the bullet. He almost lost this match, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still in it. Yeah, thanks to Eric Lervold for hitting up Mike for us. It's getting busier in here, huh? Are you hearing a lot of voices, a lot of murmur?
Oh, yeah.
In the crowd?
Yeah, got to remember it's a Wednesday afternoon, right? So the later this thing goes in the week, it's going to get a little crazier, right?
It's true.
This place gets pretty busy on the weekends.
Does it really?
Real busy, yeah. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what it's like on, Friday night and then all day Saturday into Sunday.
They've got a special party lined up here at Freezer's Icehouse on Saturday.
Yeah, like a player appreciation party or something like that.
Yeah. It's called the Players Ball, and it's going to be Saturday night. So everybody should come down.
That's going to be fun.
It's going to be interesting.
He hit it, and then it double kissed the cue ball on the way back down.
Yeah.
It looked like it was going perfectly straight in, too. We're back at 6-4 somehow. I thought we were at 7-4 for
You're right.
For a second.
My bad, folks.
I missed it.
I'm also multitasking a little bit, so I apologize. So I'll change the score. Back at 6-4. Boys, Bob doesn't let up, man.
Right.
It's insane. He's such an unassuming character too, right? Like if I just caught him at a bar somewhere, or not a bar, but just some random pool hall.
Right.
If I didn't know him, he came up to me in hard times, just said, "Hey, let's play a few."
Right.
I would think I got easy cheese right there.
Right. I've seen Bob play one other time, and I've been racking my brain all day trying to figure out where I saw him play live one time.
He came second place last 2 years ago in the one pocket West Coast Challenge at California Billiards. He came in the finals with Dennis Okoyo.
Okay.
So he came second place out of that whole field.
I probably saw him play
in 2016.
Sure.
Yeah. He beat John Schmidt. He beat a lot of monsters. I can't remember his full journey through to the finals, but and Dennis had to double dip him. It wasn't easy.
Wow.
Basically, Bob had the hot seat.
Yeah, sounds like that. Wow, crazy.
Yeah.
I just found out he's a really established pool maker or a cue maker as well.
Now that I didn't know.
Yeah, I got
I had no idea.
My buddy, who's in here somewhere, Eric Olivieri, little shout out, was just telling me that his dad and Bob are friends, and I'm assuming, I don't know, I know Eric's from the Midwest somewhere like Minnesota.
Yeah.
And anyways, Eric has one of his cues.
Interesting.
And he says it's worth like $4,000 or something like that. I'm like,
what?
That's super
what?
impressive.
Oh, wow, there's so many cue makers in the I mean, you know, not necessarily cue makers that are just making a living at it, but, you know, there are just craftsmen out there that they've made cues, you know. And there's guys out there that make only, you know, 10 a year. There's guys that make 50 a year. Then you guys got guys like Ariel and Kent, or Ariel and Eddie Cohen. They make around, you know, Eddie I think is making like 200 a year. And
that's
maybe
a lot.
Maybe 150, and then you got Ariel's making like 400 to 600 a year, or something like that. Tiger Products, they up their production a little too. But there are scores of these cue makers that are only making like 10, 20 cues a year.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And they're doing it because they love it, and they do. I mean, so I'd love to see. He might even be playing with one of his own cues.
He might be.
Although that looks like a Sean to me. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me too. He just gave you the eyeball. Oh, that's fine. All right, Daniel walked away to get some lunch. All right. How was your lunch, Geraldine?
It was great. I had the Philly cheesesteak.
Nice. So, this might have been the longest game of One Pocket I've ever sat through. I don't know about you, but...
No, not me. Bob HERCHIK played John Schmidt for the semifinals. I think it was 2 years ago at California Billiards.
The one where he got second?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good up-table player. He's very patient.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have to be. I mean, you don't have to be, but...
He's a different style player than let's say, Tony Chohan.
Oh, sure.
He's very classic, very old school.
Yep. That might be the game right there.
Leaves Warren with 2 potential balls.
Yeah.
There's one. And there's 2.
Good match, guys.
Warren takes the match, 3-2. after 3 hours and 20 minutes. Up next, we'll have Brandon Sheff versus Josh Roberts. And Daniel will be coming back for commentary with Carla Johnson. So stay tuned.